Do I sound all right?
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone sounds good. We're back. They said it couldn't be done. I feel like we've been gone for forever.
Yo, who's talking shit?
Uh, who is they?
YouTube comments.
Who
Who
is
is they? Yeah, what's our guy in the YouTube comments? It's always
Oh yeah,
Matt.
Will's his name.
forgot
Brandon
his
Walker.
name.
Shout out Brandon Walker.
Damn.
Yes.
We never
Yes.
forget.
I keep receipts, my guy. I keep receipts.
Oh my god! A little side chat with him, like, "What's up?" What's
The
Yeah.
up?
YouTube, YouTube comments, pronouns are they, them.
yeah. You're like, dude, like, we'll be back with the show. Like, quit talking shit. We're coming back. We were gone for maybe a week, I think. I think it was a week or 2 weeks. We took a break.
We took a week off.
Okay.
Yeah,
In that week,
boys have been busy.
wait, let me rewind. Let me rewind here. Direct music service, 5on5 is a promo code. Go get some edits, go get some originals, go get some remixes. We should hop into that. It's a 5on5 podcast.
And then if you're on
Patreon.
YouTube, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe, and ding the bell every time we drop a video.
Yeah, I mean, we've been out of the loop for a week, so
Yeah.
I forget how to do the intro.
He's rusty.
Yeah,
No, but our
I'm
last
a bit rusty.
YouTube video is doing pretty good numbers though, and that's just the boys episode. So, hey.
But that always does the best.
Everyone was hoping they were going to see the video of Colin in the emergency room.
Oh, I know. I was like, Trav, you need to post like a picture of an emergency. You know, it was like either that or a picture of Janet Jackson. We love Janet.
which I did post on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right.
It's still got
right.
it. It's out there.
I think I'm gonna post that on the podcast Instagram too,
Okay,
because
fair.
that's kind of a nice little little sprinkle.
It is.
I was thinking about it, like we were talking about having to use the bathroom when you're DJing. I was like, in Vegas clubs it would be so funny if the DJ had like sparklers so it looked like it was someone's birthday, but it was just you like clearing traffic to go to the bathroom.
I love
Everyone's
that.
like, wait, what's happening? Is the birthday in the bathroom?
I love that. Holding your ass cheeks too. Sparklers in one hand. Here he goes.
Push it out the way.
Fuck out of the way. That's why you have to be careful what you eat before a DJ set. You know,
You have to
it's
be
like-
careful, and you have to know your route to the bathroom too. That's
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
That is
The
key.
route is
man.
very important.
Why
And
is
not
this
only
job
what
so
you eat, but
fucking
when you eat.
difficult? Why is this job so difficult? Like, I want
Because you have a minimum of 4 hours with no break.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing holding people up from not being DJs is the fact
Yeah.
they can't hold their bladder.
I think that's the reason.
I don't think people realize that that's a thing until you start doing it.
See, and that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
there's all those
Yeah.
collectives out here now, though.
Well,
I
'cause-
never
and
would have thought, oh yeah, you start a group.
Yeah, you
because
start a
you're like,
group.
I
You
need
just
someone
do
to
1
watch
hour
the decks.
sets.
That's
Once
why
you-
there's
what-
10 people on the lineup. Weak bladder
Yeah.
crew.
Exactly.
Weak bladders. That's what big lineups are really about.
Yeah. These guys are old. They have weak bladders. You know. Fucking. Realistically, how long do you guys think you could DJ for before you're like, I'm done? Like, I'm at my breaking point.
I just did a wedding and I realized by the time I was done, I was like, I have to pee. And it was 11:30 and I actually started working at 4. So I hadn't peed in that entire time.
Yeah, that's pretty typical for me for my weddings too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
What is it about not wanting to relinquish that
Silence.
Silence.
And then
is
Fear
a
of
big one.
silence.
a
Yeah.
song playing too long.
Yeah. Or
yeah.
at a wedding, especially, I don't know, especially when there's a wedding and there's like drunk people, it's being away from the decks and the worry that someone's going to go back there and try to mess with stuff.
Because they'll mess with it when you're there.
Yeah, exactly. So
Can I
it's
get a
just-
picture? Can I pretend to DJ?
Yeah.
Can I actually?
Oh, can I wear
DJ?
these headphones?
Yeah.
Why do people love to wear the headphones?
I don't know. I think it's because it's the only thing that makes it look like they're doing something.
Hold on, Colin's coming back here.
Oh, I thought he was just deep in thought.
So in
I
thought.
Yeah.
That's wild. He's still here.
Yeah, there he is.
Yo, we got double call.
I realized I was on the wrong Wi-Fi. So it is what it is. I don't know how to get rid of that.
Oh, I
it's
got
gone.
it.
There we go.
Yeah, I got it.
It's been so long that I forget how to use the internet.
the ghost
for,
of the
Right.
ghost of
God,
call.
we haven't been away that long, have we?
It's been like 1, maybe 6
It's
weeks.
been one solid week.
Between 1 and 6 weeks. For the sponsors that keep track, we haven't missed any weeks at all.
Yeah.
It's just been constant.
Yeah, Warren.
Consistent
Warren's
work.
been here the whole time.
Got our best guys on the job. No, I'm so glad that we're doing this episode today. It's a full boys episode. We have all the boys.
Finally got
Have we
Grant
actually
in front of the
made
camera.
have we made an on-air announcement? Gray is on the show.
Do it.
We
Do it
haven't.
right
Let's
now.
do it.
I don't feel
go ahead,
like
Nick.
I think
Take
we may
that,
have done
Nick.
it in passing, but the 5-on-5 podcast is now 4 members deep, with DJ Gray being our Alaskan member from way up north.
But
I will clip this and I'll add.
he's
fun
also our
flex bombs
editor,
to it.
our great
Yeah.
editor, because we need it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We brought you on to talk about every clip we need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get into
This
it.
is actually a
gentlemen.
recap.
Let's get
episode.
right into it. Where the fuck have you been? now that we've announced your membership, you're
Yeah.
fired.
What the fuck, man?
What the fuck?
Actually, you're on here because
Yeah, this isn't actually an episode.
Form
Quick
1099.
This is a
No.
meeting.
No.
Yo, I do want to open this up though, real quick. Colin, you were just in Alaska with Grant, and I want to know how that went, because you guys FaceTimed me one of the nights. We was there. We were commenting about how Grant looked so good with his button up on, and then you pulled out a bag of Super Mario Brother mushrooms.
Big,
You was gonna
big mushrooms.
you was gonna tackle those the next day, and I haven't heard from you since until now. So please recap for me.
The projected versus the reality is two different things. You know, you see this big bag of mushrooms, you're like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun, and then you have like a little nibble, and you're like, who am I gonna give these to?
Already ready to pass the ball.
Yeah.
like, this is already seeming like a lot.
Yeah, it's, you know, every time I'm up there, the hospitality is on 10. I have to say, Anchorage has the best hospitality. You know, people were offering to buy me drinks and, you know, lunch and this and that, and
And
everyone's
give him
so cool.
salmon and yeah.
Yeah. They gave me a canister of smoked salmon.
That's the only reason why I want to come up there, is for the salmon.
That's it, really. You know,
Yeah.
and it was an interesting. This is my 3rd year coming up and playing the
Yeah.
4th. We played 2 nights. Usually we play between 5 and 17 nights in a row.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah.
Something like that. But no, we had a bridge schedule, which was nice. We did
Yeah.
a pop-up that Sunday, which turned out to be a banger.
Mm.
We
Yeah,
weren't supposed to play, but we got down there early, and
Yeah.
you know,
So shout out to the Seward crew, the Seward Ale House.
Shout out.
We should make the cookery a sponsor so that our meals there are free.
Shout out
because
to
they
the
are.
Damn.
yeah, they comped a little bit, so shout
Yeah.
out to them. Without
Yeah.
the comp, no free promo.
Yeah.
Need to get up there, man.
No.
Yeah, they took care of the boys. But no, we did Sunday and Monday. It's interesting, you know, as the progression goes year after year as we're playing, I feel like the scope of songs that we play is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And Grant and I
Yeah.
were talking about that. Where
Yeah.
songs from 3 years ago you wouldn't even consider playing, or songs from last year you wouldn't even consider playing.
Yeah. It's weird because I was thinking about this because we were talking about like Waka Flocka No Hands and that whole like 2010-ish era is coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird because I was thinking about this. I was like, is the same thing going to happen with the music that just came out? Like, I was like, Old Town Road has been like a big no play for me for ever since
Fair.
it came out that first
Fair.
year. And I'm like, is that song ever going to come back? Because even when I've tried to like tease it in, it's been a big like, And I'm like, okay, all right. So I
You know
guess
what? That was
it's
just on that wedding that I was just talking about. That was on the no playlist.
really, see,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
No,
like,
don't play it.
Yeah, don't play
Yeah.
it. Absolutely not. It was
Why?
like big bold letters too. When I got the email.
That seems a little homophobic to put that on the no playlist.
That's funny. That's funny as shit.
That seems a little
That's
disrespectful. To
funny.
put that
No,
on the
but
playlist.
at the same time though, one of the bridesmaids, or one of the best friends of the brides, asked for George Michael. So I just
okay.
proceeded to play a whole George Michael set, and this is prior to the fantastic
Dog.
documentary. Before we have to get into.
Let's fucking talk about it.
Wait a minute. Are we still in Alaska? Or are we going to talk
We're
about
still in
this?
Alaska. We're
We're
still
still
in
in
Alaska.
Alaska. Okay.
But I watched that shit at 4 a.m. last night, so
So
I'm
fire.
ready to go.
Fire.
I almost came out in pink and yellow, just fucking ready to rock.
Yes.
Beach ball under my arm.
Yes, little short
Let's
shorts.
go.
Yes. A black chick and a white chick on your shoulder too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got so much to talk about that. But we had a great time up in Alaska. I always love rocking up there for the 4th.
And
It
it's
should
weird
be
'cause
mentioned that Anchorage has one of the best food scenes in.
Word.
Yeah, I'm gonna put.
Can you talk about it real quick?
I'm gonna go Alaska as a whole because we've been in Seward and we've been in Anchorage,
Yeah.
and the food game up there, bar none, seafood. Obviously seafood,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
everything. Grant, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no. I was gonna say I was like it's interesting because I was like I can't tell you know it's a little slower than normal, and that's because the 4th falls on like a weekday, which we're gonna run into like for a couple more years.
Yeah.
Until we get back to like a Friday 4th, and then it'll just be insanity again, and we'll go for like 5 days. But it is weird. Like we were talking about like the scope of music because you even played. We played at Bernie's on Friday and Saturday, and they were both decent nights. But I don't know how your guys' summer has been. I know Vegas was like what 110 when Colin was up here.
Was?
Yeah,
It is.
It's 116 and raining this week.
Yeah.
So do
Oh,
with that
wow.
what you will.
65 and gray right now.
I mean,
Oh, that sounds great. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
that's what I have now too.
Yeah.
Like, Alaska's
Not a
been like
cloud
this-
in the fucking sky over here.
Yeah, there's not a sun in the sky over here.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, but yeah, no, Alaska. It was fun. And actually, it's funny because Colin was here just after I had Goshfather, Nopa, and the Trash Pandas up here for the Sundown Festival.
And they were all there for that festival.
They were all here for that festival, and it was chaotic. So this is actually like I was telling Colin, I was like, now I'll be able to get to clips. Now I don't have anyone staying at my house. I don't have a million DJs I'm shuffling around. I'm just me here.
Shout out
That's
to-
hella fun though.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Covey. He took care of us too up there, and he was talking about when Goshfather and Trash Pandas and Nopa were all staying at Grant's. He goes, "It's just too many DJs. It just smelled like DJs.
It smelled like
the house
DJs.
just smelled like DJs." And he was like,
It smelled like mashups and
it's just like
It just
like,
it's just a bunch of bad mashups in the house.
Yeah, it just smells like Ableton.
Who can out troll each other? What is that? I noticed that when DJ there's two separate. There's a yin and yang of results when it comes to DJs hanging out together and playing together. It's very serious DJ stuff. No fucking around, no mess.
Yeah.
And then there's the
Or-
complete opposite where it's just we're only doing joke mixes.
Yeah.
And then there's the 505 podcast brought to you by Direct Music Service.
Yeah, where we just make a podcast instead.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny because there was a road podcast where Crooked was talking about that, where you're like, when you're DJing at a club that's not like a cool club, and then DJs show up and you're like, man, why are you here? I
Right.
gotta play all these cheesy tracks, blah blah. And I'm like, I think that happens so much with DJs where it's like when we're all together, and then yeah, you're right. It either goes like, hey, we're gonna go super underground and the crowd's not gonna know what's happening, or we're gonna get completely ridiculous and play like
The
country
hamster
mashups.
your job and the job stability is the bottom concern as soon as there's a bunch of DJs.
Oh, for sure.
When you're working by yourself, it's like, man, I got to keep this job. But when it's all the homies there, you're like, hey, man, this is probably the last night, so I'm going to give it right. No one said that. No one said you're going to get fired.
Just putting that out there. I'm probably done after this.
Yeah.
You look over at the owner. The owner is just like gigging.
Yeah. I'm out of here, right?
Yeah.
Is that the hamster dance with collard greens? Rules.
I love that. The last thing you're worried about is the paycheck. You're like, I don't fucking care. I'm here for free. Like,
is this chicken? Is this the chicken dance mixed with chicken head? What is happening?
Yeah, what is going on?
Wordplay, man. Wordplay.
This guy's a genius.
It's funny though, because like I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna leave this up to y'all. I take that opportunity when DJs are in the room to kind of play fun shit. You know, I think we kind of sway, not necessarily like, horse shit, but like I'll play Steal My Sunshine, and I'll play like some more, outside the box stuff that I think other DJs will enjoy, but cater to the crowd as well, as compared to, here's DMX Party
hits.
Up or something like that, I don't know. It's about everyone having fun too. And I think I echoed this a couple of weeks ago. If you're coming out to see me as a DJ, I know the last thing you want to do is be in a nightclub. So I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Like I don't think we would necessarily step out unless it was worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's true. So I guess, because I've always felt that way too. Like, I think we all have, like, the idea that another DJ would take time out of their lives on their day off to come step into a club or a restaurant, wherever you're playing, and come see you is like, well, it's a sweet gesture. So you kind of got to like make it worth it by not, doing what we all have to do at some point, and make it more fun and interesting. So I think I echo the same sentiment. Like, I don't know. I feel like most of the time I'm trying to play that way anyways, and just sprinkle the bullshit in. Just because I will be so bored and unfulfilled with 4 hours of people pleasing, but just try to treat everyone like they're your DJ friends, and that way when they walk in, you're already in. You're already doing it.
Treat everyone like your DJ friend. That's a good motto.
Yeah.
You can't though. You can't do that.
No,
you can't do that.
Unrealistic.
That's giving people too much
credit.
Freedom.
Right.
Yeah, I think you'll know when you're going too far because the requests start rolling in.
Yeah.
I think everyone though is kind of on the same page crowd-wise, where they're like, man, I've heard this song too many times. And it's like the super basic stuff that we're like, rhythm is a dance, like stuff like that. I think the crowd has heard it enough.
So I'm a piano remix of it though.
Yeah, well, you have to go wide with it. You have to play shit, like, I don't know. Music is almost too accessible now.
Yeah.
Where the pop hits of the 2010s, people are exhausted of that shit.
Yeah.
I think that's really the pop hits of the 2010s. I was like, rhythm is a dancer. That's crazy. I haven't heard that song in a while.
No. It's who is that?
LaBouche, is that?
The rap song.
Oh, gotcha.
Jeremiah and
YG.
I was thinking the Euro pop song. I'm like, damn. I heard that in ages.
You're like, yo.
No, but yeah, I haven't. I think people have to be tired of that. They've been listening to it for 2 generations. Their parents were listening to those songs.
Well, I mean, Neek, it's like what we were talking about when we were talking about formatting of the show. And in movies, look at Hollywood right now.
Yeah,
right?
they're kind of rinsing
Hollywood's rinsing and repeating everything,
Yeah.
and it's like I feel like Hollywood and the music industry is one and the same.
Well,
When it comes to like social shit like this,
yeah.
It's a weird, like, we assume that this is what people listen to in party settings.
right.
Yeah.
Party up and fucking, I don't know.
Right. We assume that everybody wants to see a new Indiana Jones movie and it flopped.
Yeah.
Right?
As
You
a
know what I mean?
society, are we just out of ideas?
I mean, we
mean,
could be.
I don't know. I
We
don't
might
know.
be out of ideas, and it's taken a while for the new ideas to catch on sometimes too.
Or well,
I think
this
that's a
is-
big part of it.
I think it's a mixture of that and also because we were talking about this. We were driving back from Seward and we were listening to the new Lil Uzi
Mhm.
album, and I was like, man, well, one for me, it was a boring, very boring
It was
listen.
boring as shit, wasn't it?
But I was like, but what's crazy is like he's gonna get major stream numbers, and I think this is of the streaming nation and artists having such direct contact with their fans.
Mhm.
There's no need for them to change. So
Mhm.
he's just gonna keep making the same music, even if it doesn't hit in a club or hit because it's not for that
Right.
in his eyes. It's like the
Right.
Rolling Loud like kind of crowd. They
Yeah.
don't care like if this stuff works in a club. They care that it works in a live setting where they're going to watch their
Yeah.
favorite rapper jump around on stage for a little bit.
I.e. Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, and
Right.
yeah, like Playboy Cardi music is huge, but it doesn't
It doesn't
Doesn't
work in the club
translate
at
into
all.
your car.
barely. Yeah. So
Right.
I think it's like a weird combination of things, and definitely like it's not the bankrupting of ideas. I think it's just that they're like, well, my fans fuck with it, so I don't really give a shit
Mhm.
what it does in the mainstream, which is
Because like that. I mean, you get more plays daily from people listening in their car on their commutes
Mhm.
versus that DJ played it in the club one time.
yeah, exactly. So
Do
I don't
people
know. I don't-
care if their shit gets played anymore?
I think that's.
Not if you're if you're a local
I don't-
rapper, yeah.
I think obviously they
Sure.
feel
Yeah.
not
There's
in
a
the club.
bar graph of like,
Yeah.
I really care. And it's like, I also live here. You
Yeah.
know?
I think people care, yes, that their music gets played, but I don't think the urgency to get music for nightclubs is as
No. Yeah.
prevalent
'cause-
as it used to be.
No, and
Because that
it's- but
used to
it's-
be like how music got spread out.
yeah. And
DJ plays it in the club, everybody hears it. Now
People
it's a
look for
single,
it.
and now we
Yeah.
try to wait for it on the radio. We buy the CD. It's a
Yeah.
different era where it's like if I put out a song and y'all like it, you're gonna go listen to it on your phone right then and there.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So, and like the new music that does come out that possibly could be clubby, some of it is obviously, like there's
Sexy
plenty of
Red.
songs every now and then. We probably
Pound
hear
Town.
about Pound Town. Pound Town's a perfect
Fire.
example. Like
Mm,
we get a Pound Town once a month, I would say. Pause.
yeah.
And but we're not getting like
Yeah.
we
We're
don't have
not
enough
getting twice
music.
a month.
But why'd
we're
you say it like
getting
that
Well, because as it came out, I was like, hold a goddamn minute. Hold on a fucking minute.
Collectively.
Allegedly, we're getting a song that is very similar to the song titled Pound Town.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay,
okay. Okay, I get it now.
Okay.
You had to rephrase it, man. I mean,
Yeah, I was missing some
Phrase it,
language.
phrase
there.
I still haven't heard the song, so I was shocked by what you just said.
Pound Town?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
Pussy
shocked when you
keep
hear
my
the
booty
lyrics.
hole
my friend.
brown. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
Mahmoud Brown.
yeah.
Pound
But it's
town.
weird,
To the
like,
pound
that's-
town.
like
Did I send you guys the goth one last night?
oh what?
No,
Yeah,
send that.
I'm not. I
It's
avoid
good.
all this shit.
Well, I was telling Colin, I was like, it's crazy though, because yeah, like new music wise, I was like, from this year, I've downloaded maybe
Yeah.
5 to 10 songs max that I
Yeah.
actually still play in the sets. Otherwise, the new music just hasn't been working.
Usually
That's
I'm
what I mean,
like
there's, like-
every day looking
Yeah.
for new music and everything, and like, man, now I'm not even like touching my computer to download new music anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
spend
have
most of my
dance
time
music,
downloading
though.
old songs.
Yeah,
old
dance
music.
music. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
getting
dance music.
Dance music's killing it right
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm always
that's 'cause they're-
replenishing my dance music, but
The dance music expectation is still what it always has been. The DJ
Mhm.
puts you
There's
on
an
new
arms
shit.
race. There's an arms race always for who's first in flight. With the
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people are still expecting you to drop songs that nobody's heard before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or remixes
But
nobody's heard before.
in hip hop and R&B settings, it's like play the songs that we could sing to. And I think that's really the important thing is to take note of is if it's a brand new song, unless it's like huge, like massively viral, not everybody's going to sing to it. Not everybody knows it. If you play too much of that, then it's like, oh, we're out of here. We don't know any of these songs.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like I'm washed. Like, I'm 34 years old. These kids talk about songs I've never even heard of. So, like, are these kids like just still waiting on their shit to be played? Like, why are the DJs not playing our shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what shit, though?
I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
And it's funny because I get that feeling a lot. Like, you know, you get that feeling when you're playing for a crowd and you keep playing music and then you're looking and they're not reacting. And you're like, what is it that I'm missing? What haven't I hit yet? You know, when you're like kind of reach in that part of the night where you're reaching, you're like, okay, this. And it's like, nothing? What is it? What am I missing?
What do you want?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, and all
you
can
kind of
play,
just
like,
have to accept that they're just not.
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes that's also the environment and the crowd just isn't it. Like,
Okay, let me open this up to the panel here. How do you not take that personal?
oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You guys know me well enough. I take everything personally.
I know.
I am everything every day. If people aren't doing backflips in the audience, I want to go home and cry.
I know, man.
But to piggyback on that, assuming we had that night where every single song hit and everything went off and every song was everyone's favorite song, you still wouldn't be satisfied.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd feel better.
Yeah.
Sure. But
you wouldn't feel satisfied. Like you'd still have that feeling like, oh, I could have done this better. But
oh, I forgot this song, or like, oh, I hate that I had to play these songs.
That shit always happens.
There is a point,
I get that all the time.
There is a point like in a bad night when you're like, I am just missing all the punches, missing all the hits, and I you know, it's like you just timed everything wrong, and those are the worst nights. Those are the nights you're like, yeah, it's a wrap.
But then those nights are funny though, because I don't know about you, like I'll hit record on my Serato and like I'll be having a terrible night, and then like the next week I'll go back and listen to that set.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's not that bad. Yeah. like I understand. Like I wasn't feeling it, but like I'm feeling it now.
Yeah.
Paradise Fever. What percentage is for you? What percentage for the crowd?
Paradise Fever. Shit, I would say up until
95.5.
Yeah. Straight up. Like that is I am playing for myself.
On that 5%, do you feel deflated?
Because it's so small, the 5% is fine.
Yeah, you don't even feel it.
Because the 5% is like
still cool.
It's still cool. It's like
It's
Ring
so
My
cool.
Bell. Like I make fun of that song all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I don't know, Dancing. I never played Dancing Queen, but I don't know. Voulez-vous.
Yeah.
Like,
but Dancing Queen sounds like a 5% though.
Wait, Voulez-Vous not for us? It's for them?
That kind of fits it. Voulez-Vous for us, but it kind of still fits in the for them because it's ABBA.
Yeah.
Like,
I am them. I'm them.
Yeah.
I'm them.
With my shirt around.
I was joking with Colin because I was like, you know, with the whole trend of everyone loving ABBA, it's like you'll get a request like play ABBA, and I'll do Gimme Gimme Gimme, Voulez-Vous, Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
And then when they come back and they're like play ABBA, and I play anything else from the category, Super True, whatever it is.
yeah.
And then they'll be like, no, ABBA. I'm like, which one? And they're like, just Dancing Queen or Gimme Gimme. It's like, oh, those are the only two. I'm going like, you just want those on repeat.
No one has a bigger catalog either.
Yeah.
You know,
it
was like hit after hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
They had to do 2 fucking releases of albums of number ones.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, it's that group that had the one hit wonder Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
Like,
But fucking, I don't.
But I turn it around on them because I just play what is it, the S Club 7 version of Dancing Queen.
Yes.
I'm like, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You get this
I grew
version.
up with
Yeah.
that shit. Yes.
You but that's I think Paradise Fever is a funny example because first of all, I haven't done it forever. I hope I get to do it soon, but um, it's more like just the regular nights because
Yeah.
those are the nights where
Mhm.
I'm like, that's when the role is reversed. The
Right.
odds are reversed.
Yeah.
You're doing 90 and 5, them you,
Yeah.
and if you have when I have a good night like that, I'm almost like this isn't what I signed up to do. This isn't
Yeah.
what I came here for. But it's also like that's what's paying the bills. You know what I mean? Like that's what keeps the
Right.
lights on.
Right.
But it just makes for a very boring, unfulfilling.
So the goal
thing.
is to try to find like creative ways of putting yourself
Yes.
into the mundane, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Which has been the current. I shouldn't say challenge because I've been doing that, but
Mhm.
it's to keep doing that rather, like to
Yeah.
consistently do that and spice it up for yourself and make it fun. And
That's what the
Yeah.
blend is for. The
Mhm.
that's what the
blend
blend is
is
for.
that
The blend is
little
that moment.
10
Yeah.
seconds where you're like,
10 seconds of the mundane where you can switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
this is for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut the bass, bring in
Yeah.
Yeah.
another track. Like, yeah. But, like, if you didn't have them before on the mundane and you're doing 95.5, then you're like, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
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 Because decade and generation parties and this and that is such a fucking crapshoot based upon, hey, I know the age of people coming out.
Yeah.
Now, how do I make this accessible for everyone
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't alive, or maybe even their parents weren't alive during
Right.
this time?
Which wild. I mean, that's a thing. That's real.
Yeah. So it's like,
See, it's weird, like, but see, that's why I do appreciate the newer hip hop though. On top of that, because they are dipping into their parents' bag
Yeah.
and remixing that. I mean, shoot, even I do SOS. Take your time, right? Right into Don Tolliver.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
do it, and that gets the the young boys going, and then you're already getting the suburban housewives going.
You
the song
played
before,
SOS
so,
like that.
yeah.
Which is it works because it's still, and at least to me, it's like it's an old song that still gets people like the heads are gonna be like, okay, cool, a disco song. You know what I mean? Like, here we
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you play a song that like samples it. So it is kind of a please everyone scenario.
Yeah.
To me, those are the ideal mixes.
Yes.
A fun sample into a new song that samples it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I live for. I like that shit.
What is funny though is when you do that transition and then you see the old heads be like, no, come on, and then you're like, oh wait, let's keep it going a little longer. Let's
Like,
keep
wait.
the blend going a little longer.
Yeah. There's some songs, like if you have to know to play the full song.
Yeah.
There's just some things
Big
like,
Bank.
Right.
That's a 15-minute song, man. I swear to God, man. It takes 30 minutes to get to Nicki's verse, bro.
Okay, it does. Sometimes every time I play that song, and I'm like, well, Nikki's verse is so good, and then I'm like, man, there's another one before her.
Yeah.
What is this, Led Zeppelin? Come on.
Fucking rap game, Stairway to Heaven, right?
Just having to unprogram your mind in quick mixing where you're like, well, I guess we're just sitting here for 2 verses, 3 verses.
Yeah.
It's so tough. It's like sitting on your hands. You're like, what do I do during this time?
Yeah.
It's tough. It's going from a wedding. It's like going from a club to a wedding back to the club.
Yeah.
But I always
Yeah.
have that internal feeling that if you're hearing more than one verse, the crowd is bored.
Same.
They're bored.
But you know what? I'm trying, maybe I'm just overthinking it. Flip Out posted something about this the other day. He's like, 3 minutes is so unconsequential to your fucking 4-hour mix.
Your night. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, play it. Let it go. That's how they listen to it in their car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not every song, obviously.
No. Yeah. Right.
Not like, don't do it all night
real
long,
easy
but
night.
like the occasional second verse, even third verse sometimes, if it takes that long to get to the best part,
Right.
So
let it go.
Somebody
It's
needs
funny.
to put the bridge at the beginning of the song for me.
It's
Sorry,
funny
I just want the
'cause-
bridge after the first verse.
Yeah.
Well, I
Hook,
was
first verse, bridge,
bridge.
second verse, or not even second verse.
Out.
Hook, out. That's the
Oh,
song.
yeah. Well, I was telling Colin, I was like, I've been comparing Waka's like No Hands. I'm like, that's the get low for the next generation. Like, it's a
Facts. Yeah.
song that you can start from the
Mhm.
beginning, let it play. Everyone knows the words, and then I'm always shocked because back in the day, I always used to mix out of it. But now, like when I get to that third verse, and before I can mix out, people are already singing it. I'm like, oh, I'll just
Wait a minute,
let
don't
it
just
go.
say it's
Like,
the
just like
third
keep
verse.
going.
Hey,
Like,
put some respect on that third verse. That's Roscoe
yeah,
Dash, man.
Roscoe
yeah,
Dash,
yeah.
yeah.
Put some respect on that boy's name.
Oh,
Where the
but
fuck
yeah,
is he?
I keep playing Good Fucking Night like it just came out and the crowd doesn't care. All right. It feels like a fucking theme party in here. So here we go. Yeah.
Hey, but before you play it, or you're like, all right, this is the night.
Yeah.
Every time, you know.
It is a good night. I mean,
Yeah. Order in another shot of Patron.
Oh, yeah, they give you the fucking.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys don't realize how big this song is to be.
You turn it.
Because we're listening to this song so you fucking like it.
Yeah. Run it back.
Start it over.
just a run it back where every one is just diminishing returns.
Yeah.
Just pulling up.
Yeah. Oh, less? Okay, great.
Clubs
Flip out
closed.
told me say play all 3 minutes. He said play all 3 minutes of this. Getting all 3 minutes.
But there are songs like that too, like Love on Top at weddings, especially like All You Let It Go, or if the crowd's really feeling, because a lot of Beyonce songs where she does like the key change, people are waiting for that key change.
They
so
are.
I'm just like, I'll just let it go.
Yeah, I played all 9 minutes of it last night. Because if you mix out early, and same with what's the other one? Listen, boy, I'm gonna put you on. Sounds like Single Ladies. Give me body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me body. At the end, there's like a
The dance break.
breakdown. Yeah. And if you don't play that,
Yeah, you
people
gotta
are
play
mad.
that dance break.
Yeah.
And with Bad Bunny songs, if you don't play the whole song, people are mad.
Yeah.
People are pissed with Bad Bunny, man.
He's got shit at the end.
Yeah, you got to play the whole song, huh?
Yeah. Like
Yo.
until it fades out.
Shout out
Yeah.
Crooked. Shout out Trey's.
Which,
like that song has
To play
helped
Bad
me
Bunny?
so much.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just a
funny 'cause it's
control
like-
song.
Yeah.
Yeah. The I will say the fade out, I saw a tweet and it's made me think of fade out so differently. They're like, a fade out is such a weird way for a song to end, because it's like the whole band is just backing away from you. They're like, we're
Yeah.
still playing, but we realize you're done, so we're just moving away.
Exiting.
Yeah.
The
still going.
the
We're
best is when
riffing.
you have Michael Jackson on the ad libs too, and he's still just going.
He's still singing his ass off. You're like, wait, I'm not done. He's going off.
Yeah.
He's just going over the horizon,
Yeah.
singing. You're like, wait.
60s and 70s, that song could have been 17 minutes.
Oh,
you know,
100%.
but
It always makes me wonder, how long were they actually playing? Like,
right.
what is?
and how did the song end? Really?
Yeah.
How did it really end?
Well, that's why I love the that I mean, it's probably like just like a rumored story, but I love the story of, what is it, Sweet Child of Mine,
Mhm.
because when Axl Rose is going, where do we go now? Where do we go now? Is
Oh.
actually him talking to the band, because he's like, where do we go? Like, where do we go from here? Like,
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know where we're going with this song, because it was just a take.
It's just ending.
Yeah.
I remember like growing up and listening to songs and like hearing them fade out and stuff, and then listening to the live version, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
having them end the song. I'm like, y'all ended it like
Is that what you did in the studio?
That's how you ended it?
7, 8.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
One time
I would have gone with the fade out.
One time I was at the Pit Bar in Seward, and we were sitting there, and I was listening to what people were playing on the jukebox, and I was hearing Shakira, "Hips Don't Lie," and my buddy Shane was with me, and he like stops and he's like, this song's still going. And I was like, it is. I was like, this is a live version. And I look, I was like, okay. I made a mental note of the time. And then it's going. I was like, it's still going. It was an 11-minute version of Hips Don't Lie. And I was like, what is this? It's like live in Russia. And I was just like, this is the craziest version I've ever heard. Just a million drum solos, percussion solos. I was like,
Where
all
do
right.
we go?
But
Yeah,
hey, that's a
exactly.
piss break song though. Like
Yeah.
I do Maze, Frankie Beverly and Maze Before I Let Go live version. It's like 11-minute live version song. So just put that on.
That's another song that's like you can't quick mix.
No.
I may
You can if you have the Beyonce version.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you mix in on the Thank God. That's what I do. I mix in on the Thank God and then let Beyonce play it out.
Oh,
She has a dance break in hers.
I blend out during the guitar solo.
that's what I usually do too. Yeah. Or I use the like let go, and then I just like use that acapella and like mix in, I don't know, never letting go or something.
Yeah.
Hit that note though.
Let It Go. The
Hit
famous
Fading out.
Frozen soundtrack.
Yeah.
Shit mix.
And Dina Menzel.
That song is like dreams and nightmares for toddlers.
Oh no, it is 100%. You are absolutely right on that one.
I have played it at weddings or birthday parties, and those kids, they will.
Yeah. I have a Jersey edit of that song too.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you were looking for something to mix in, I just want to rock. Here you go.
Oh man, thank God you have that one.
I have a whole bunch of show tunes as Jersy edits too.
Oh, that is fucking
that I'll
funny.
do one time.
That Venn diagram.
Smells like DJ in here.
Yeah. Smells like a whole bunch of mashups.
Oh my God. No, Grant was telling me some incredible wedding stories, and I wanted him to come on this show today to share some of his worst wedding stories of all time. This segment's going to be called Confessions of a Wedding DJ. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
I like this.
I will say the one story that I think Colin is specifically referring to didn't happen to me, but to a DJ that will not be named. His laptop ended up crapping out right before the ceremony of the wedding got started. So he had to go get a replacement laptop to bring back to the wedding to DJ the reception. The couple didn't want to wait for the ceremony to get going, so they just had someone plug in their phone and play the ceremony music off their phone. Now, they played it off YouTube. They did not pay for YouTube Premium. So after the wedding party gets on, and then the next song is supposed to play as the bride's song, the commercial for Suicide Squad comes on and just plays until someone goes and hits next.
Wait. Which Suicide Squad? The first one or the second one?
The second one.
Matter.
It does. No. Hold on. It does because the first movie, it was Bohemian Rhapsody, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Was the song for the trailer. So
Still funny.
But yes, it was the second one. So I was like, that's funny though, because like, yeah, they're just like, now Suicide Squad is just part of your wedding. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, now it's just part of your wedding because you didn't want to wait.
You know, if the officiant was smart, he would have just been like, and now you guys are a Suicide Squad until one of you dies.
So
Future's like tweeting. He's like, I saw a movie preview coming out, and I would be your Suicide Squad.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Yeah, but I mean, God, I had so many crazy weddings. I did a wedding once. Actually, the first year that Colin came up, I think we were recording an episode of the pod. I want to say with Tim Tones. And I had to go to a wedding, and this wedding specifically, when we were setting up for the wedding, it's at Alyeska. There's a mountaintop, and on the mountaintop, I asked, I was like, okay, so we're doing the ceremony up there. If it's raining, how are we dealing with that? Do you want me to bring a tent? If so, this is the cost for the tent, blah, blah, blah. They're like, no tent. If it rains, we will move inside to do the ceremony there. I was like, okay. I get there. It's pouring rain, like not drizzling, not just dumping rain. So I'm like, all right, we're doing it inside. I go inside, I start setting everything up because I'm like, there's no way we're doing it outside. An hour before the wedding starts, I'm like, I haven't seen a single goddamn person. I'm like, where is everybody? So I go to the mountain, I go to check. I'm like, maybe they're taking photos. I get up there, they're all there. And I'm like, okay, hey, I'm set up. Like, what are we doing? And they're like, the groom is like, well, she really still wants to do the ceremony out here. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't bring a tent. Did you bring a tent? Like, well, no. I was like, well, how? I mean, this is all electrical equipment. I don't know what you want me to do. And he's like, well, she still really wants the drama of the rain. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but the drama of my equipment breaking is not what I want to deal with. So I find a workaround. I set up in a gift shop, like a ways away, and I'm like, I'm just gonna crank it. You guys will hear it, and then they start
Suicide
walking
Squad,
out.
January 21st.
Yeah. What's funny is like the music they wanted for the ceremony was the Twilight soundtrack. So I was like, I mean, I guess it's kind of fitting. But we start doing it, and then she stops and she's like, "Can we get the guests to come out here?" And literally all the guests are like, "We don't want to get wet." It's wet out there. so they ended up just doing the ceremony by themselves out there, and I'm like, whatever. But
wait a minute, were the guests just like at the window just watching?
They were just like, yeah, literally at
They're just
like where the shade was, just like looking like, cool. Good job, guys.
Can everybody come out here and just be in the rain?
Yeah. Everybody want to be wet for the next six hours?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Black people.
Yeah. And then actually, this wedding I just did, I just did one on Saturday. Great wedding, super fun. But the one thing that was kind of weird towards the end, the bride came up and was just like, ratchet music, Mo Bamba right now. I was like, all right, put it on, played it. Immediately the groom comes over, is like, hey, my dad is a pastor and this is his property, and he's like, could we tone it down? So I'm like, all right. So immediately I'm trying to play like something to like kind of like loosen the vibe a little bit.
Awesome guy.
Yeah. and then she'd come over.
Wait,
she's like,
real quick, the dynamic of Mo Bamba and then trying to mix out into something very chill.
Yeah,
it's like, don't listen to him. We're going this way. Oh, fuck. You're like, no.
Oh, yeah, God is an awesome guy.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, gosh, darn.
Yeah.
Frick.
Oh, man.
Got any songs with frick in it?
Can we put a message out to Sheck West? We need a clean radio version of that song.
He's not doing shit. He'll make one.
Has that song played on the radio? What do they do at that part? Is it just silence for a second?
Oh,
You're lit.
I ain't never heard that
It's
song
all in
on the radio, to
reverse.
be honest with you.
It's just vinyl breaks.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. I've done,
My God, that's so funny.
I've done.
I like my version of the Mo Bamba clean edit. Gosh, darn.
crap.
Shoot.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, if you do that, you can just transition into the shoot dance.
Shoot.
Speaking of, what happened to him?
I had somebody come up the other day when I was working. One of the managers, actually. I was playing Gucci and
Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
No, Drake.
Gucci,
No,
Gucci
I'm thinking
Drake.
Pie in the Sky.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Hey, can we mix out of this? There's some kids sitting over there." And I was like, "It's a clean version."
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like listening a little bit closer, and I was like, "It's not that clean."
Yeah,
Clean versions
sometimes
aren't that clean.
Yeah.
Sometimes the lyrical content is just too much.
Yeah.
I do have edits that say like super clean.
Yeah, I have like
the super cleans.
I have a Disney clean version, and I use that when I play at like middle schools or like super conservative weddings. And it's so funny though, because I was telling Colin this, like when I played "Low" by Flo Rida, it it mutes out anything, any mention of butt, shape, like anything. So I'm like, there's like a 10-second instrumental break here.
I prefer that. You can just add the lyrics you want.
Yeah. Well, like,
What
what was it? Like Throat Baby. It's like there's a clean version, but I'm like, that's not
It's not even worth playing.
How you gonna do a clean version of that song?
Yeah.
I'll never forget one of my very first gigs. I was playing for Nike. Actually, I was playing for the Converse store, and I was like, they all want clean edits. It was like 5 hours long, and in the beginning, I was like, this is insane. Like, how am I gonna?
Yeah.
So I went to a buddy, and he gave me a bunch of clean edits, and most of it worked. But he just gave me all. He just put clean in his search bar and just put it all into my shit. So I ended up with a bunch of like remixes and like part 2s and just random songs, but I'm just running down the line at this
Yeah.
And I get to Drunken Love remix with Kanye, and it's clean, but it's
talking some dirty shit on
oh my god. And the manager runs like sprints, so he's like, yo, and I was like, what? I'm not even listening to the songs at this point. I'm just I'm looking for the next song. I'm not even listening. And he's like, dude, no. And I was like, oh God. Like, I completely forgot about this. He's like, because he goes, did you forget? I was like, I completely forgot. Like,
well,
I forgot this song existed before I played it.
On those long gigs like that too, when you hit like hour 2 or 3, you're not hearing words.
You're not hearing lyrics.
You're just like, I'm just playing songs.
Yeah.
I feel like you're doing your service by showing up with any clean music. You're like, hey, you're lucky I found this. You're lucky I could procure clean music.
My library has doubled in the last 2 years from getting both the clean edits now.
Hey, but DJs, if you're looking for clean edits, go ahead and hit directmusic.service.com. Go ahead and use our promo code 515. That's FIVEON FIVE. Go ahead and get some edits, and then we got a giveaway.
Talk about this. We have a little giveaway. Ooh. I got a couple hats for 2 lucky winners. Let's do that. If you're listening this far into the episode, go ahead and like and share the picture on the Instagram page. Go share it to your story and tag us, and we're going to send out 2 beautiful direct music service camo trucker hats.
Look at the embroidery on that.
Yeah, these are new era. This is not just any little middle of the mall bullshit here. Nope. This is high quality. And you know what? We're gonna throw in a couple of USBs too. I talked to these guys. I want to do 10 songs from each of us, and Grant, I'm gonna include you in that too. We're gonna load up some USBs with 10 of our favorite songs for the summer. Maybe they're clean, maybe they're not. Maybe they're listed as clean and they're dirty versions.
You never know the old Nick Lopez set.
Yeah.
You did that yesterday, right? You dropped a double dirty?
Oh yeah, I've done this many a times. This is what I like to call the Nick Lopez special, where
signature move.
Yeah, this is my signature move. This is my tombstone pile driver where
this is your Euro step.
Yeah, this is my Euro step. This is my step back 3, where I have a track that's listed as clean and it is in fact not clean, or the other way around sometimes, where I play the dirty and it turns out to be clean.
It's happened many times too.
I've done this
last night, and it's the goofiest songs too. I played a gig that required me to play a bunch of throwbacks, so I don't want you guys to think I'm playing weird songs. But I played Trina, Pull Over.
Oh, yep.
Not clean. And then I played what did I play after that? I played Drama.
That's like almost teaching someone a lesson. You're like,
yeah,
listen to this.
And I played Drama, Left, Right.
Say that again.
Drama, Left, Right.
Okay, yep. Not a clean.
Like the first word is the N word.
Yeah.
I was like, son of a, I'm sweating back to back.
At a restaurant with people eating dinner.
At a restaurant. I mean, it was late at this point.
You know what's funny though? It's really the white people that only hear the
They're like, the black people don't even
register it.
Yeah. Right, register it. But the white people are like,
yeah.
And we haven't been, and it's like the end of my set too. So like we've been here for like 3 hours and 45 minutes, and now a hard end just hit us. 2 back-to-backs of Trina and this guy drama just hitting us with y'all ends want to F and blah blah blah. Even I've had so Colin, you were in the middle of saying this. 95% of my gigs in Vegas are clean.
Yeah.
Like all I play is clean out here. And so now anytime I hear curse words, I'm like taken aback.
Yeah.
Hey,
Clutch my pearls.
get back to your Mormon roots.
Goodness. If I hear N's and F over a loudspeaker, I'm like, oh, was there kids in here? What's going on?
Am I DJing right now?
This me?
It's like the most hood set, and he's like, "Is this me?"
Yeah, dude. Sometimes I find myself and I'm like, I can't. What? When did this happen?
Playing a hood set, yeah, right.
It's that meme of Future counting money, and he hears designer like.
the spinning Mr. Krabs.
The one that I know
did
I
designer
have
get
one,
blackballed?
I think he did. Didn't he come out with a new album recently or something?
I think he was trying to, and I don't think he got released because of the plane incident. And I could be making that up.
I forgot about that.
What did he do? He was like jerking off.
Jacked off on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah, because he was like, I didn't get any when I was
The way
in
you
Japan.
said it, Nick, you're like, I think you just got a bad rap for that. I don't.
No, like,
come on, dude.
I was
Really?
like, why?
Blackballed
Hold
for
on.
that?
I have questions.
Are we gonna talk about plane
horseshit.
etiquette?
Or shit, we can't jack off on planes now. No.
Yeah, what are you
That's
supposed
not.
to do? When
That's
you're
not
watching
how
a
that
movie?
was intended to come out.
Oh, come on.
Come on, yeah, you
That's
guys
what the
haven't
blanket
jacked off
was
on a
for.
plane.
This is where we draw the line.
Where was he going? How far was it?
Layover involved. What's
Actually,
going on
Nick,
here?
it gets even better because he was going from Japan to the States.
A long flight.
He's like 14 hours. I mean, what am I supposed to do here?
Is it supposed to be, where was it?
That's
in
the
the bathroom?
real Nick Lopez special. Japan to the States.
In the seat? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
He's like, I thought that's what these privacy booths were for.
Yeah. My
walking
God,
down
that's
the aisle, walking down the aisle to the bathroom.
You said,
Oh,
it was
God,
my
that's-
second home.
That's Russian roulette. That is Russian roulette in the sky.
Let
That
me
is
introduce you to my
crazy.
Timmy Turner.
Oh, come on, Jackson.
Anybody could get shot in that. That's crazy.
He was doing panda.
Oh.
Panda.
I always thought that Timmy Turner song was so dumb because that's the main character from Fairly Odd Parents.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Just
it's
made
like
it sounds spooky.
it's been trying to make it sound spooky, but it's a cartoon.
But it was a freshman freestyle.
I know. That's what I was also
And they
like.
turned
What?
it into a song.
Everybody was in. And I was like, why? Why did we choose this name?
He be looking for a butter.
They're trying to make a spooky song out of a very funny cartoon about fairy
Snapping song.
odd parents.
But it got
Yeah.
roasted, and then it came around.
It came
to where
back.
people were like, "This is a work of art," and I was like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Well,
What's going on here?
people came back around on it because Kanye jumped on that production.
Of course.
Remember?
Okay. Yeah.
What a weird career he had. Damn, he jacked up on an
Bro.
airplane. That's crazy.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on, man. That's not what I meant, but yeah. Also, come on. The long flight.
The real Nick Lopez.
Oh snap!
That's the real signature move.
Oh my god!
A real tombstone pile
Yeah.
driver. Should never let me fly.
Yeah.
Jesus,
God, I don't even know.
boys, we got to add
Oh
to
wait, no, we got to talk about Wham real quick.
Oh, can we? Yes.
Before we ride out, we have to talk about this Wham.
Yo, what a great documentary, by the way.
So good.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, Grant, that's what
You
you
have
need
to
do when you
watch
get off the
it.
phone.
It really
All right.
touches your heartstrings, man.
I got homework.
Yeah.
It I don't know about you guys, but I think the friendship is probably one of the like best stories in music. Like this is like it's a weird coming of age story
Mm-hmm.
Right.
watching George get inspired
Mm-hmm.
to be a songwriter and not being very good at it and then
Mhm.
turning into fucking George Michael
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and then just
Because
finally
he
get
was the understudy for Andrew, and then
Yeah.
just like, boom.
But
like,
at the same time, though, it's like he still wrote "Careless Whisper" at the age of 17. Though
I think he was like 20.
I thought he was 17 when he
young.
wrote it.
Oh yeah,
And
because they did the
They didn't
demo. They
release
did the
it.
demo.
Yeah, they didn't release it
Oh.
until he was 20 for
Yeah,
his
That
so
was
they
album.
did the
7 that
demo
was
very
17?
early on.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know he went to Muscle Shoals, and they
That's the part that
recorded
got me.
everything in Muscle Shoals,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "No, this isn't it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they did the Careless Whisper.
Spoiler alert. For
With,
Grant.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, look, a Google search would have shown.
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yo,
This is all just a
it was
Wikipedia
basically
page.
it was basically Bohemian Rhapsody, but a documentary because they basically ended at Live Aid. That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
they ended the
Wow.
documentary.
Right.
Yeah,
Which
their
is
reunion.
Go ahead, Nick.
No,
I was
go
just
ahead.
thinking
Sorry.
Andrew is like the best friend ever because he just realized like in order for George to get to where he's got to go, like he kind of has to let him do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of sad. Like
Right.
I don't want to get too crazy about the ending, but I mean I shouldn't say we all know because we don't, but
We all know.
we all know that George Michael goes solo. We know
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
What?
but it's just like
Hold on.
It's kind of sad because it's like
Oh, come on,
Andrew
man.
kind of put
I
him.
gotta watch this again.
Come
man. I
on.
missed that part.
What was I watching?
We know Andrew kind of is the one that like encouraged him to write songs or get into music, and then basically like was the original writer for Wham.
Yeah.
He wrote all their original
Yeah.
songs, and then he turns into this thing, and he's like, "Well, we got to let him go." Like there's Wham as a group doesn't make sense anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And he just lets him go, and it's like kind of sad because he's also like, in order for him to flourish, like we can't be friends the way we were before.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can't be the superstar if he's still hanging out with his band, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like Harry and the Hendersons, but for 80s pop stars.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. You gotta go.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's
Very
sad. It's
specific
sad, but it's
reference.
sweet.
I like that.
Yeah.
Harry and
Did
the
you have to dig
Hendersons,
deep for
yes.
that one? Because I wouldn't have thought about that one. That was a good reference, man.
It's
That's
okay.
a-
Like if you look at our demo, like a lot of people that listen to us are around that age group, so I think they'll get the Harry and the Hendersons. For
Yeah.
those that don't, you're about to have such a mind fuck
Yeah.
when you find out about this show.
Watch these two movies back to back. It'll be
Yeah,
It all
the
makes sense.
parallels.
yeah. Dude, it's crazy because Wham didn't need to break up, really. Like a 4-year run, they
Yeah.
were just kind of on track to.
Yeah.
And I did a little research after, and they had some reunion shows planned before George passed
Oh, really?
away.
Mm.
Yeah, like this wasn't the end of the story. George
Mhm.
dying at 53 was a shock to the world, in 2017. But to echo what Neek said, unbelievable friendship
Mhm.
because he was like, "Yo, Careless Whisper, Wham featuring George Michael. Go ahead. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy
Yeah.
to be along for the ride. I'm happy to watch you flourish and come into your own skin and to as he was growing, he came out to Andrew and
I like that part because
yeah.
he's like, I went
Yeah.
over to Andrew and what's her face, and I sat down and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm gay." He was like, they were basically like, "Yeah, and
yeah.
we got a show tomorrow, fam."
Yeah. it's that's the real tragedy is everyone wanted to be with George and he couldn't openly say to everyone, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was marketing, it was who he was as an artist and stuff. He had to kind of hide who he was, and that I thought was kind of rough to watch.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to go on stage and like be like, hey, we're two shirtless guys, fun guys that are ready to party with all the women, and George is like, what the fuck am I doing?
George is like,
There are so many. There's so many of those acts from a past that is just, it's so funny because like obviously in the moment it's different, but it's just so weird. Like Elton
In
John.
retrospect,
Yeah, like Elton
Mhm.
John coming out, it's like,
are you fucking
wait,
kidding me?
yeah, right?
Like, yeah.
Or
Like I was watching this documentary and I'm watching George Michael and I'm like, no shit.
yeah, yeah, like
Like
Yeah.
the idea that anybody would think otherwise.
yeah,
But it
like-
was funny though because they did think otherwise.
yeah, exactly.
That's what, like, even Luther Vandross. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I watch him on Arsenio and I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Same
Are you
with,
fucking
like,
kidding? My mom said she was
even,
heartbroken over Luther Vandross.
Same with
Like,
my mom
Mom,
with George Michael.
Yeah,
he was in sequence.
even with what do you call
Singing
it?
R&B.
Singing R&B,
Who
wrist
was it?
all
Who's
over the
lead-
place.
What's the name of the lead singer from Judas Priest? Rob Halford.
Rob
Even
Halford,
him,
yeah.
it was like Rob Halford
He's
came
a
out. It was like,
fucking
that was a lot of
assless
assless
chaps.
chaps.
he's a muscle daddy. Like
Yeah.
he's a leather father.
Yeah.
I love Leather Father. Like that's when they get older and they're drinking scotch. They're like, we're not daddy anymore. We're Leather
Yeah, he's a
Father.
leather father.
Leather Papa
leather
is here.
granddad.
A leather granddad. A leather papa.
Leather papa.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because he's vegan now.
Leather papa.
Leather poppy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh god, that's the new Drake album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Poppy.
Pleather
Yep.
Poppy.
Speaking of new albums, Party Next Door just dropped a new album.
Oh, did he?
Oh, he's got released.
He played in Vegas yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did you go see him?
No, I have to work.
Put on
every
do-rag?
day. I work every day.
But
of my
at Dre's,
life,
was he at
Travis.
Dre's? That's where yeah, right?
Something outdoors. Yeah.
Mm.
It was there. Yeah.
The Drake tour has started.
Yes,
Drake
Drake's
tour
tour has
started.
started with
Taking
hologram.
shots
PJs.
already.
Yeah.
Our friend how we doing went to see it.
Oh,
DJ
did he?
was there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Usher still singing to everyone.
Still being a savage to these women out there.
Yeah.
Jesus, just serenading every single celebrity woman that comes in there.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
great
what's-
marketing.
It's great marketing.
Wow.
Like
It's
this
great
dude doesn't
marketing.
need to drop an album, but I need him to drop this new album. I need it. I need
got
it.
I got a glue request the other day.
Oh, DJ
Yeah.
Clue?
No, glue.
Oh, Glue.
Usher.
Glue. Oh, even better. Somebody
DJ
requested Glue. Good for them.
DJ Cluminati.
What is?
Can I hear some Desert Storm?
I gotta hear glue. It's I know I have it because I passed
Glue.
it in my Serato and
I added it. Didn't I add it to the
You added
playlist?
it.
I think I added it to the playlist. So
Yeah.
go ahead and listen to that playlist, y'all.
Oh yeah, let's talk about. Let's all add a song. Every week we add one song from each of us to the 5 on 5 podcast playlist. What do we got this week, gentlemen?
I am going to add that song that I sent you guys, which is "Can't Fake What You Feel" by what's his name? Jordan Hawkins and Duckworth.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, super funky song.
I like that one.
Yeah, make an edit of that. That's dope.
I will.
I am going to add Rock Creek Park.
Mm.
I played it last night and it was a jam.
Banger. Grant.
What do I want to add?
A bonus track at Trina.
Pull over, clean version.
The
Both
clean
of them,
version.
clean and dirty.
The clean version of Pull Over.
You go first.
Clean in
Mark.
air quotes.
Okay.
I just put the clean version on there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with A Chance for Peace, Lonnie Liston Smith, and the Cosmic Echoes.
Nice.
I'm going a completely different direction just because we were talking about Dog's Blood the other day. Did you see the Skrillex Boys Noise song, Fine Day Anthem?
Oh
Came out?
no.
It is fire.
Oh.
I was listening to that the other day. I was like, this is
Shoot.
I hope Dog's Blood comes back.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because they had that song, Midnight Hour that dropped with Ty Dolla $ign.
Right.
Yeah.
That it was
yeah.
just it was a Lucy, and they didn't even put marketing toward that song either.
Mm-mm.
You still play that?
I love that song. Yeah, I still play that song.
Yeah.
I like that song.
That's a good one.
What would you add? Sorry, Grant.
So it's called Fine Day Anthem. Skrillex and Boys Noise.
Yep.
Banger.
Got it?
Yep.
Great. Well, we're gonna wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
It's a quick one. Oh.
Yeah.
No, we're happy to have you, buddy.
Yeah,
happy to
happy.
have you as the Billy Preston of this whole operation.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
We have so much content coming out.
We do. And
Videos on videos.
we're gonna flood the timeline.
Yeah.
5-on-5.
Block is hot.
We just need to add one more member to do a 5-on-5-on-5.
Yeah.
5 cubed.
Oh, we have Salva. We have Salva.
Oh,
Salva.
we do have Salva.
Salva's the honorary pop in, pop out.
Yeah.
We have a couple of those, actually.
We do
I
have a
think
couple of them.
Morse Code
Howie's
Ivy
one.
are
Morse Code
honorary
Navi.
as well.
Flip out.
Flip out, yeah.
You can have a different.
Trace has been on the show
Trace.
more than anyone else, I think.
Yeah.
Is he the most repeated guest?
I
You.
think
You and him.
So
You.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And
Not
then
a
I would
guest anymore,
say
though.
Spider Tech is next, though, right?
Spider Tech.
Spider
Yeah.
Tech's been on a few times too.
Yeah.
So
There's a few.
yeah.
There's a few. There's some people we need to get back on.
Yeah.
To catch up with them, but no, it's so much content coming on the way.
Yes.
And I'm stoked for that.
And I will watch the WHAM documentary. We can do.
You need to
we
do
can
that
do a
now.
deep dive.
It's a quick watch too.
Yeah.
I
That's
cried.
it.
Yeah.
Did you? At what
I
part?
can't. Yeah. The end.
The whole thing.
Yeah, to cry through the whole thing.
It's
The
the
end
whole
got me.
thing.
The Live Aid show got me.
Yeah.
There's some songs I didn't know about. I heard some
Oh,
things and I
yeah.
was like, yo.
I had texted Neek this last night in 16 Candles. They have what is it called? What's the song name?
Not Wham's rap, but Bad Boys.
That song's a turd. Bad Boy. And they didn't like it either. They don't like
they
that
didn't
song
like it.
either. So I feel fine in saying
Oh my
it's a
god.
turd.
I will say at a wedding I got a request for the hip hop all-star version of with the Queen song that it has Wyclef, Praz.
Staying Alive.
No, not
No,
Staying
another
Alive.
one bites the dust.
Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh,
And
that one.
There's a
And I
I
played it. and
forgot
I
about
forgot,
that one.
And I was like, oh, this is rough stuff. Rough stuff, real rough
This is
stuff.
rough stuff.
Totally forgot about that one.
It's no Staying Alive masterpiece. Am I right, Neek?
I hate both those songs.
Every time
Oh.
I DJ with Neek, I'm tempted just to play that just so I can really enjoy it.
And you should.
My eyes
Finally,
roll into oblivion.
finally, some good music around here.
Yeah.
And then
Like
like we were
like
talking
like
about earlier, just mix that into the Drake, DJ Khaled Staying Alive.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I mean,
God.
Yep, there it is. A
Yeah.
little this into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we roll out, last and
Turd
final
into turd.
question. Turd into turd.
Human centipede of a song.
I'm gonna go throw up. But before I do that, gentlemen, if you could see one biopic from any musician that hasn't been released yet, who needs a fucking movie?
I got mine off rip.
Same.
Go ahead.
Martha Wash.
Okay. I'm gonna say Sade.
Mm.
There's so much we don't know about Sade.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that one. Who needs a fucking biopic?
It's so funny because like I feel like newer artists have gotten biopics, and I'm like, you've been around for a year.
Yeah.
What do you?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
we need a biopic from you.
Need that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I want? Okay, and this is going to be it's kind of a cop out. I don't want a biopic of a specific artist, but I would like a movie biopic style of the iconic like studio musicians from the 80s. So like the guitar players that were on all the yacht rock songs, all the, all the studio bass players, all the studio percussionists. Because like, you read all these documentaries and there's so many stories from those people that played with all these legendary artists. And I think it would just be so fascinating. They're like, yeah, I played guitar on all of these Michael Jackson songs and Michael McDonald songs. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the Wrecking Crew documentary, right? On the 70s?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. Wrecking Crew is one I definitely recommend. It's all the studio musicians from the 70s and Phil Spector's Wall of Sound era and,
okay.
like
Yeah.
Beach Boys and all of that. And that's like really fucking awesome. But it doesn't even touch in the 80s. So,
I would like something like that from the 80s.
Yeah. Trav.
I'm still stuck, man.
Wait, let me add one more while you're thinking.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say Sly Stone. There needs to be a Sly in the Family.
It's
Stone
coming out.
Yeah, that's a good
Coming.
one.
It's coming.
Yeah, that's Questlove.
It's really coming. My girl's ex-boyfriend, my girl's mom's ex-boyfriend, he is friends with Sly's grandson.
Oh, okay.
He's currently like in production.
Oh, nice.
On the documentary.
That's a story that needs to be told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, give me a I mean, God, I might have to add on to that, Colin. Let me do Cool in the Game. Give me Earth, Wind, and Fire, Doc. Give me both of them.
EWF would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it would be a really good one. Al Green.
The Reverend.
The Reverend.
That would be nuts.
Reverend, because he went.
No.
He had to go to church to ask for God's permission to sing his songs again.
Yes, you know, would be a really good one.
Mace.
Bobby Womack.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Bobby's got a story.
That's
Bobby
a
Womack.
story. That'd be a crazy movie.
Yeah.
Bobby Womack. Who was it? Yeah.
That whole shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, give me a proper Marvin Gaye documentary.
Produced by Ed Sheeran.
And Robin Thicke.
And Ed Sheeran bring you the Marvin Gaye documentary.
Narrated by Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
I want an Andre 3000 walking around. How about that?
Nah, that's a good one.
I would love to see
A Day in the Life of Andre 3000.
It doesn't need to be long. I'll watch 24 hours of it, but it doesn't need to be long.
It probably won't be long. It'll probably just be him playing the flute.
Even like a Missy one.
Yeah.
This would be good.
Yeah, just call it Virginia. Just call it like the Virginia Beach documentary.
Yeah, let's
then
see.
You can cover like even Jodeci. You can go back.
Yeah.
You can cover the Jodeci airs, and then
there's a lot of stuff in there.
Teddy Riley, and then that's when you bring in, your Pharrells, you bring in your Timbalands and stuff
Give me
like that.
Neptunes. Give me a Neptunes doc.
See, even
we have that. We have the Seeing Sounds documentary.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and that's why.
Take another one.
Even more reason, give me that Virginia Beach documentary right there.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna cover everything.
Yeah, I'm my top now. Martha Wash is a good educational one, but I want Bobby Womack for the fuck shit.
I like that.
Yeah, for the petty shit.
That's Bobby Caldwell. Give me a Bobby Caldwell one too.
Oh yeah,
I bet that'll happen. Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that. Educational. Like I don't know if there's any drama with him other than later.
No, other than
Doom?
everybody thought that he was black.
What about Doom?
Doom.
Doom one would be interesting.
Yes.
I could see a Doom one being
That's
like
a drop
very
the mic.
experimental.
I'm
like,
surprised
that's a
that's
drop the
not
mic one call.
in
That's a good
progress
call
right
right there.
I could
They just
see it
released
being-
his cause of death.
I could see it.
Oh, what
being
was
like,
it?
It was a heart. It was a like a heart medication.
Same
Yeah.
thing that happened to Lance Riddick.
Yep.
Man,
I could see the MF Doom one being like an experimental, like kind of like an exit through the gift shop kind of style
Yeah.
documentary. Like,
Because there's a
seeing-
lot of stuff
one
in there
more.
because they would bring up like the fake Dooms and all that
yeah,
stuff.
you could even do like a Doom, like kind of the way they did that Bob Dylan movie.
Bobby
Yeah, Bobby
Dylan.
Dylan. Bobby
Bobby
Dylan.
Roberto
You know,
Dylan.
Yeah. They had all those different actors playing him. You could do
Yeah.
that for Doom because it would play into the fake personas aspect of it.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
good.
true.
Yeah.
I need for a newer artist, I need a Griselda doc.
Mm.
Just give me a documentary of just Buffalo.
A Buffalo rap documentary. I feel like I saw something.
Who was it?
You know
that
what?
came
I
up?
saw Rick James, like I want to say it was like Vice or
Mm.
something like that. They did
Mhm.
a document and they started talking about Buffalo and the Griselda guys were in it.
Oh hell yeah!
There was who was Conway the Machine came up 2 years ago here, and I remember it was stressing us out because he didn't buy his plane ticket until the day before. And they're like, why is he waiting so late? And I was like, I don't, maybe it has to do with getting shot in the face and you're just like, I'm gonna take it day by day,
Yeah.
I'm not until
Yeah.
I know that I make
Yeah.
it through the end of the day, I'm not spending any money.
Yeah, yeah. Shoot, yeah.
Just the added cost for
Yeah.
living like that. Like, well, I'm not gonna make a reservation.
Yeah, no.
Figure it out. Sir, this is
Because you see me talking like this, I
Yeah.
want to go ahead and buy my plane ticket the day of, man. Shit.
Yeah. Like pull up to the counter like with money and they're like, what are you doing here? He's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
Like,
you
no one's
buy
bought a ticket in
cash
years.
at the
Yeah.
You guys take traveler's checks around here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Got a Diners Club card. Let's go.
Yeah.
Which flight will you be taking? The next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now.
Now, if possible.
Sure, you aware how expensive this is?
Yeah.
I know.
I need
You
to
aware
go.
of who
I
I
have
am?
I have a show in 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's Griselda, nigga.
Calling a cab company for a ride, like, hello.
Yeah, calling a cab.
I would like to be picked up, please. In the next 10 minutes.
Oh.
right, boys.
That'll wrap it up for this week, gentlemen. We'll be back next week. I have a couple ideas on who I want to get on the show. But till then, everyone stay safe, behave yourselves.
Read between the lines.
Dang. It's me.
We'll see y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.